Doctor, just, do you have any, you referred to the impact on children or babies, and that there might be a connection with autism. Could you forward anything you have on that to my attention? I'd like to see that.
Yes.
If you want to comment on it now, go ahead, but if whatever you have on it, I'd like to see.
Yes, there are 4 case control studies of chronic exposure, and 2 of those studies reached statistical significance. One was for a congenital heart defect, tetralogy of Fallot, which is a very severe congenital defect, and the other was for memory loss and tremors and other symptoms in children and their families. 2 other studies were suggestive but did not reach statistical significance. One of those was the autism spectrum disorder. The other is a very severe, lethal in almost every case, congenital anomaly called anencephaly, where the cerebral cortex simply doesn't form. What's concerning to me about those 4 studies is that they point to the types of symptom clusters and anomalies that we've seen in animals. So animal models are not perfect, but when you start to see the literature on research in humans, which is much harder to do, follow the same pattern as what you see when you do controlled animal studies, then that gives those human observations more weight.
The third one that you spoke about, is that an encephalitis type of situation?
No, it's not an inflammation of the brain tissue, which is what an encephalitis is. So if you're asking about the anencephaly, this is a failure of development to take place normally. And that makes...
Isn't there some studies about people with autism having a similar type of condition?
Not to anencephaly, to my knowledge.
Maybe it's the encephalitis part that's...
Oh, to encephalitis, yes.
Okay.
Well,
I'm just confusing the 2 terms. I'd never heard the other term before that you referred to.
Yeah. The thing that I think may be happening here, and it's speculative, but the synapses that are in small numbers, but in our central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, and reproductive systems, are very important in development. And for development to take place normally, properly, everything has to happen at a very precise timing and has to really knit together. And I think that these compounds are able to disrupt that and send the wrong signals or make the signals not be well heard. So it's more a communication problem than an infectious problem. And that would make sense to me in my understanding of autism.